fellas. Listening Worlds is another episode of Logical Crazy Talk Podcast. I'm your host. Okay, that was unnecessary. I'm your host, Money Mark, here kicking it with the two fellas I see every week. Lifestyle Flashy Chris.
Yeah, I'll do it every week.
And of course, just Tim.
Yo.
What's going on, guys? How's everything? Everything's good?
Always, man. You know, got my new laptop, so I'm Gucci.
Nah.
I can't think of an older word than that, you know. Gucci.
I can't think of anything else.
Gucci's pretty old, bro. So okay, it's all good. I think that's as old as you need to go. I think you're good. Now you think you want to go older?
Yeah.
Copacetic? Large and in charge?
Yeah. Yeah. It'll come to me as the episode goes.
As the episode goes. That's great. We can't wait to hear. My weekend was good. I didn't get into too much, you know what I'm saying? Just doing, wash that shit, that's what I call it. I'm thinking to start another podcast called the Wash Dad Chronicles, where it's just going to chronicleize all the wash things that we do as a wash father. But yeah, man. Chris, you?
Nothing, same old. Kicked it with the kids.
I see you over here grilling and whatnot.
Yep.
Grilling. Making kebabs.
And all kinds
Never
of
make
stuff.
kebabs for the squad.
I ain't grilled till now.
I was about to say, did he have a grill?
Had everything else. You didn't have a grill? Can make kebabs for the squad?
No. I like cooking, man. That's just fun on Sundays.
Got it. Okay. Well, I guess we can just jump right into it. It's kind of a slow news week, so we probably hit you guys with just one little segment. But I mean, the only thing I've really seen, guys. I mean, are you guys familiar with Mr. Derrick Jaxn? Action Jackson?
Is his name really Action Jackson?
No, I'm calling it Action. I'm calling it because there's plenty of action going on this week.
Trying to play that,
my man, Action Jackson.
That man's legit out here, you know what I'm saying? About to be hosted by Steve Harvey. He's out here making it.
Oh, okay. All right. So I guess for people who don't know, I mean, anybody who is not involved in the Black Twitter sphere, all right, Derrick Jaxn, I guess, is a relationship coach, relationship guru. He's oftentimes seen in some sort of SUV or truck with dad hat on, and he's letting us Black fellas know how to treat a lady. Well, and that is what Derrick Jaxn is known for. In fact, I think his name is like Derrick Jaxn or Jaxn. Jackson. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's XN. I guess I don't know. I never really knew. But anyways, if you know him or not, I think he's formerly known as the simp god in the Black Twitter sphere amongst African American males. So we can also call him the simp god.
The what? Simp
God.
Simp god. SIMPGO or GAWD. The simp god. Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently that's his moniker amongst toxic males. The Toxic Male Association.
Toxic males.
I was once a part of the Toxic Male Association. I turned in my carpet every now and then. They invite me to meetings. Just to keep the times.
You're chairman in there?
No, I wouldn't say I'm a chairman.
Every once in a while I come back.
I would say I was the chairman, sir. I'm just saying that people have
an alumni. I just comes back every once in a while for the games.
I just go back to show everybody there's hope for everybody in the Toxic Male Association. Like,
the homecoming.
He one day be stopped. Guys, the joke is
nah, it's still going. It's just
the joke is over. It's kind of over. It's kind of done, but it's okay. But anyways, so if you don't know, if you're under a rock or whatever the case may be, if you don't really care about these things and actually have a job, probably don't know. But after years and several self-help books, I think one of those books is named Single Mothers Are for Grown Men. That's one of his books.
That one today was like
okay.
Has a little kid over there.
A little spicy. And usually his candor is a little spicy too. He doesn't really cut the males a lot of slack. He definitely jumped on Pastor John Gray when he got caught cheating on his wife.
So who's John Gray?
Pastor John Gray is I don't know. He's like a preacher for mega church. Apparently, there was allegations that he may have stepped out on his wife. I think he may have said something, and your boy definitely did a video sitting somewhere and basically called whatever he said bullshit, whatever the case may be, right?
Okay.
Especially and getting to the point, 2 days ago, or maybe Sunday, apparently came out. One of these bloggers came out and exposed the fact that Mr. Derrick Jaxn has been cheating or has cheated on his wife. He's very black, very Nubian, very proud wife with a girl who might look like, she basically looks like the archetype for what men typically go out and go do.
An IG
of his ilk. Yes. Very, and listen, no shade on the lady, whatsoever. It's just interesting. So, the black sphere is going crazy. We typically don't talk about these topics, but we talk about a lot of relationship topics. And as people who sometimes give their opinions on relationship, I figured, hey, one of our brothers is going through the fire right now.
One of our brothers.
I don't think we're sip gods. I don't think we're sip gods. I don't think we sip. I think we're the opposite. What would we be like? It's kind of like Captain Planet, the pollution Captain Planet. What was that dude's name? Or like,
I know you're talking about.
Radiation Man. We're kind of like the radiation guys. So, what are your thoughts? React.
You want to take first swing?
No, I'll let you go, Tim. Let me.
All right. So.
Oh, toxic man. I was waiting. I thought the one time you can be toxic. One time.
No,
you pause.
He still has opportunity. So, for me, I don't know. This has a feeling of a Augie and Will Smith type of feel of this may have happened like a while ago.
Augie. Oh, Augie.
And this is just now coming.
This fella said Augie.
I mean, Will Smith introduced us to that name, so I feel like I know now. Like I know who you slept with. Like we good now. Like what's up?
That's terrible.
For the family, like
Candace better never bring it in. You better never give it. Like you better not cheat on someone with nickname like Augie. Like we're just dressing him as Augie. Like Augie. He's still Augie after he whatever. We're not gonna get into that.
Banged the girl. We still call him Augie.
Augie.
Took to the back room and
Will is a
wore him
different
out.
human being. Shouts out to him, man.
Hey.
I wish I can be enlightened like that and be one with the force. I feel like Will sits in a room and lists objects with his mind.
I mean,
he's so serene.
Kind of do that, like in that little red table. He was like, "I should get you back," and she was like, "Nah, you already." Yeah, it was like a slight jab, like you already.
Well, I mean, there's rumors out there that Will. So in the midst of all that, Will was going on a running riot or
it probably was whatever
other Call of Duty. Call of Duty kill streak names like running riots. It was going crazy. Well, anyways,
but. Hold on, let me get to it though. But so I think that's why I think he's doing a good job at like promoting himself and all that, because I think he's this probably setting him up for a nice little book, and all publicity is good publicity and all that. But I don't know. I mean this is good for business. This is good for business. I guess.
Well, he's talked about right now in the spaces that he's normally in. He's the number one topic right now. Like I sent it to my wife and she sent me a whole paragraph. I sent the current video that he sent. So just so you know, so today he released, I think, or yesterday he released a video with his wife, and some people say it looks a little forced, a little fake with his wife. Like it's explaining. He was he was cheating. he had his ways, and the word Jesus and God was said at least 1,000 times throughout the course of this 30 minutes.
Oh man.
God is working on us, and Jesus is working on us, and I wouldn't be able to do it if it was for God and Jesus. I happen to be a Jesus fellow myself. I happen to love Jesus. I'm a fan of Jesus, actually, and it's just interesting to just see like you just see it, and it's just like I don't know, man. Something about the way you say it, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to watch it. That makes me think of like she was just practice. We talking about practice.
I mean,
practice.
And there's a link to the book in the comments.
I mean, you might as well sell a few books if you're in trouble.
Hey.
Heal.
Well, I think that was probably his plan. Is all right, cool.
To clap some IG cheeks and sell a book out.
No, not that. He didn't thought he's gonna.
That's a pretty damn good plan.
He did not think he was gonna get caught. But afterwards, he was strategy. Like, let's try to make some money out of this terrible situation. Which it makes sense. I guarantee someone bought the book. Someone's like, "What is he talking about? Healing."
Well, I want to heal.
I mean, you got some people go, "Yeah, that happens," and him and his wife are gonna get through it. But you also have a bigger demographic of these younger cats, these younger, city girls. Is that what we're calling them? City girls or
city girls?
I don't know what you call them.
Basically,
city girls run.
Whatever you're calling them. That's a big demographic, and they're all like, "Oh hell nah, girl." She looks scared. Blink twice if you need a ride. So, because she was shit in that video.
She's just like, yes, Jesus.
You better say that.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. And he's just holding her hand. He's holding her hand all aggressive. And maybe because he's just like a bigger fellow, right? He hits the gym, right? And he's just all leaning into it.
I think that's supposed to be the focal point is they're together through this. So he's like, the hand thing has to be a strong symbol. And she was just along. Like, just think about this.
Infinity complex.
I don't know how much money he makes, but I'm sure he makes a pretty decent penny from this. Like,
according to the young lady that he had sex with, he apparently took her on a yacht. And they had like a yacht party. Yachts are expensive. Especially just to clap cheeks.
Whatever. I mean,
there's no cameras out
there. So much money. She's living. She's probably very happy with her lifestyle, and she is like, I mean, you clap some cheeks, you just clap some cheeks, my boy. Like,
don't get caught next time.
She's not the angry one. Everyone else is angry. She's just like, nigga, you really fucked this up for everybody.
We can't sell no.
Yeah, you had one job, and this is not. Don't get caught. I didn't even catch you, nigga. The whole world caught you. Like, what are you doing?
So let me say this. So from my perspective of this, when I saw this, I was like, so when I first saw it, right, when I was first scrolling through YouTube, right, I forgot what's the name, like Tasha K, I think is the blog that my wife watches, and I saw a buddy there, and when I saw him there, and I recognized it was Buddy, I was like, oh no, because like, typically speaking, that lady, I guess, doesn't say anything unless she has like some form of receipt to validate what's going on. So when I saw his face in the big thumbnail, like with like the shirt unbuttoned with the tie right here, I was like, oh, Jesus. Whatever is going to happen here, when I click this video, it's not going to be good. And I clicked the video, right? And then I was like, okay, all right. And she's talking and she's saying whatever. And I'm like, and part of me, maybe it's the fact that, maybe it's my past membership in the toxic male society. Part of me wanted to be like, listen, brother, even though I feel he's a simp guy, part of me wanted to be like, listen, I just hope this is just a scam. I hope this is not what it is. Part of me was rooting for the brother. And then they played the video. And then the video was like him sitting in the car, like he normally is, with the background going on. Hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Addresses old shorty by name, blah, 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 blah. I hope you have a blessed day, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, what color drawers you have on? And I was like, Jesus.
But so my thing with it is like, did this have like a timestamp on it or anything? Like,
it doesn't
matter. I mean,
I guess all right, listen.
What if they're like on a break?
I know what you're doing, brother.
This was a hall pass.
I know what you're doing, brother. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I understand that you turned in your toxic male society card a long time ago. I get you, brother. But nah, brother, it is what it is. Like, it's a wrap. It had to be within the last 3 or 4 years.
How?
I mean, listen, it's not time. They came out with a video, bro. They came out with a video talking about it.
So it was like, okay, this man's doing very well. I still have some pictures and stuff of what happened. Let me cash in and put my foot in the door. And
I like that, brother. I like that. You know
I mean, I'm just saying it could be true,
but he's not one of us.
Most
he's
likely
not one of us, Tim. You don't have to do that.
I'm just saying, just to keep it level, for those people that just don't believe. Because like they did this to, I mean, these people that I'm about to name definitely did it,
They did that
Kobe, Tiger Woods, but
they did that shit.
But the media just made them out to be, a little more than what they were. Yeah.
Listen, they're not. No one's making him out to be a monster. Everyone's making him out to be cool. Now, this is what I'm gonna say.
That's true.
For me, my biggest point is this, bro. Like, if you are a guru, self-help coach, whatever you want, you're telling people how to fix their relationships, the whole nine. If you're doing that, cool. If you are coming extra aggressive and making us look crazy, other men look crazy, cool too. Whatever. That's your hustle. That's your hustle. You gotta flip these books. We let Steve Harvey do it. We let a lot of these other dudes do it. Steve Harvey has a closet that's a mile long with all types of fun-tastic stuff. So, I mean, my man's no worse than Steve Harvey, right? So, at the end of the day, do your thing, whatever. My whole thing is this, is that it's funny, like these celebrities, these people who are doing this and it's fake, right? There's always that point where they believe their own hype. They believe their own sauce. And they mess up. Two things I extracted from this. Number one, you cannot be this pro-black, don't cheat, black men don't cheat figure, X, Y, and Z, and cheat on your Nubian dark-skinned wife with that girl. You can't do it. I'm sorry. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't. I guess you can mess up, but you can't do that. Why not?
Because that's human.
Because that's the prototype. Like, that's a prototype. You can't.
He's just being a man.
You cannot collab the IG light-skinned mixed-looking model-looking chick when you have, you know what I'm saying, when you have your Nubian wife at the house. You can't do it. I'm so sorry. You can't. You don't get to do that because you decided to make your money the way you decided to make your money.
So she's a light-skinned girl, would be okay, huh, Mark?
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Those are the rules. I didn't make them. Those are the rules. I'm just saying.
Feels like racism.
And we can go back. we can circle back. We can circle back to that conversation. Like, I feel that every woman has, like, black, white, Asian, whatever, has their, like, you can't do it with that girl. Like, I think there's tolerances, and I think every woman has their, like, oh, this is like, it's offensive regardless. If you step out on me, regardless, it's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
This is like ultra offensive. Like, this is like, you're fucking with me now. Like, we might have to box after this. You might have to burn up your clothes. But that's number one. Number two, you have to sit down, bro. You just gotta sit down. Like, just sit down. Like, sit down for a little bit. Sit down for a month, maybe 2 months, 3 months, whatever. Do the video then. Don't do the video and then do the video reacting to the comments in the video and then argue with the pastor that you shitted on while that video was airing on Twitter. Bro, sit down. Sit down. I'm not trying to give my strong, faithful brothers advice on how to do things negatively, but I will say this. If any of us brothers out here were to get caught doing something, shut up.
Okay.
My bad. I was stupid. I'll never do it again. Stop talking. That's it. And go sit down. Whatever is said, accept it. You got caught. Accept it.
I feel like for him though, like it's in his best interest to say something about it because this is his realm of relationship advice. Yeah, like this is how you recover from this situation. Like this actually happens out in the world. So this is a real life situation that you can actually speak to.
Carl Lentz do it. Carl Lentz didn't do it. Carl Lentz didn't do it.
I don't know who that is.
Carl Lentz is the pastor from Hillsong, New York. He was the guy that was hanging out with Justin Bieber and all them. He was a celebrity pastor. He always had YSL on. and dope sneakers or whatever the case may be.
Sometimes, in some cases, right, that's not his lane, right? But if you go away for a little while, you can come right back. You just got to go away for some folks. Now, for him, he can't go away because when he comes back, we're going straight back to, because he can't come back with like, hey, black man, you shouldn't cheat. Like, wait, nigga, hold on.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying, sit down for a second, let it simmer, and then do the video.
But he has to, but what happens is
then do the video with your wife.
No, but if he lets it simmer, we all just abruptly just say, nah, he's a piece of shit.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. If he lets it simmer, it's speculation. So first of all, when you do the video with your wife, you confirm that you did something. Number one. I understand you're trying to get ahead of it. But if you're trying to get ahead of it and you had enough time to make a book, that means that you knew old girl was going to talk, right? So you already knew she was going to talk. So you already did enough to release the book. You already did enough to release the book. So either come out before she comes out and say something and attack it, right? Like some other people have done, right? Kevin Hart, that kind of worked for Kevin Hart, right? He came out before the video came out. He said, hey, this is what happened. I'm not going to let myself be extorted, blah, blah, blah. This is what happened. So either do that or just chill. Let it be speculation. Let it simmer. We have short attention spans. Somebody else will do something stupid. I mean, March Madness is going on, for God's sake.
I think
it's
it was
upset central. No one's really trying to pay attention to this dude.
It was a publicity stunt.
You think it's a publicity stunt?
Rappers do it.
I don't know about publicity stunt. I think maybe it had.
That guy got caught slipping.
Yeah, he got caught slipping, but he also was gonna capitalize on the slipping. Like, if you're already trending, why not sell something? Like, you're gonna sell quite a bit from it.
That's why we're doing this episode.
Because I had no idea who the nigga was, for real. I never seen him.
You never seen him?
No.
Ah, man. Sure. I gotta figure out what's wrong with my algorithms. Because that fella popped up. That fella, at one point in time, that fella was on my timeline at all times. And I was like, I am so tired.
That's the other part, I guess. Let's go there. Who's taking advice from people they don't know? Like,
a lot of people.
That's some wild shit. Like,
because he just showed up. We don't know who he is. He just showed up and he was just saying things.
He's just some nigga in the car. They were like, yeah, he must know. He must understand how this shit works.
But there's the white conservative version.
His relationship made him successful.
But there's like a white conservative version of him that does that pro-Trump shit. I forgot his name. Same dude, probably in a Ford F-150 somewhere. Like Ray-Bans. He yells at the camera.
Well, there's a lot of people that do it, but to actually take advice that impacts your life and your direct relationship with the person you love from a stranger.
Because you're listening to a nigga in the car talk about some shit?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not me.
That's silly. I mean,
it's okay. One day they'll listen to us, Chris. One day they'll listen.
But what I'm saying is like even like regular like reading books, right? And leadership. I'm not, whatever I'm reading, I can't just go use that shit word for word. It doesn't make sense. Like, you can't. You have to look at the situation and go, okay, I understand it. Let me see how to mold it into my life. Yeah. But you just can't be like, oh yeah, this he's right on point.
He's good. Yeah. He's real good.
Like, that's so confusing. So it's like, even though he cheated, like, yeah, obviously that's a nigga.
100%. But this is the thing, like, this like, brother, like, obviously you don't do this. Like, this is not what you do. Like either you are a cheater and like this is a new, like, this whole like not cheating thing is a new thing, or you're just not used to having chicks like that and you're a cheater. Because my whole thing is this, right? It's an arrogance play. Because at the end of the day, right, we all know that a lot of these people that we respect, there's a good chance that a lot of these people that respect or that has a platform that's ran off a certain view of them probably are out here doing crazy things, right? True. There's a likelihood of it. But they know how to manage their stuff. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the various things that we may have seen throughout the course of whatever, but we've seen that people typically know how to manage their things. Like, in this scenario, like, I guess Buddy just like, old girl was describing it, Buddy, I guess, just like, blocked her on everything randomly after the last time he smashed. Blocked her on everything. And it's like, I mean, random rule, like, bro, you can't. I mean, if you are somebody.
Random rule.
I mean, like, you have to understand, if you are somebody of some sort of influence, if you are out here using your influence to do X, Y, and Z, And the only thing stopping this young lady from bringing this to your wife or bringing this to your audience is goodwill. Well, sorry, Sarah, you can't just end it when you want to. Like, you have to somehow convince the young lady that
it's in your best
like she doesn't want to do it.
This alone.
Yes, you have to somehow make it so that this young lady doesn't want to do it. I don't know. Stop doing all that extracurricular stuff that you're doing. But fellas think that they could just walk away. Like, this is like, I just need all of the toxic fellas out here to understand this is no longer the era where you could just like give a chick penis and just walk away. It doesn't happen anymore.
I mean, and read his book. He'll tell you how to do it. But no.
I'm gonna give you word for word, step by step,
how I do this.
Sell a book and clap cheeks at the same time.
What comes, it's that old saying.
That might be a business plan, fellas.
It is,
Well, it's not gonna be me, sir. I'm not gonna step in.
Great responsibility, great power, great book.
I'm just saying, like you had to have known that you couldn't just stop. Like, you couldn't just stop.
I'm sure he's probably done this a number of times before where it's just, I'm done. And, he just cuts it off. And most women are like, ah. And this time she was just like, let's see what happens.
She was about that life. Like, nah, I ain't going away. Sorry.
Or maybe he just lied better with this one. Or maybe his lie was just like, stupid. Like, she might have really believed his ass. Like, oh no.
Yeah, it could have been like an actual friend or something. Yeah.
Apparently, I guess he said that he was separating from his wife. He was about to get a divorce or something of that nature. Now, when she went over to their house and she saw all the pictures and the clothes still there. But
don't worry about that. Don't worry about all that. She ain't got it yet. She ain't got all that yet. Yeah. The kids stuff's all right. They come over every once in a while. Like,
it was a sleepover.
Yeah. Why, toothbrush wet? Oh man, don't worry about it. She comes over in the morning before she drops off the kids and brush her teeth.
Listen, because this is a different time, we're not going to even speak to her. She
spends the night some nights.
Because this is a different time, we're not even going to go down that avenue of speaking to why she didn't know that, whatever. We're not going to go in that direction. But I will say this. Come on. You have to understand. Like you done brought in the crib. She's over here posting videos of this nigga walking out of his bedroom.
So these videos, is he like, does he know he's being recorded? Or is it like some like?
Listen, I don't. Well, listen, I didn't go to the Patreon page. I can only go by what the blogger said.
Gotcha.
It wasn't that deep for me to go on the Patreon. I didn't really care. Honestly, the only reason why this was a topic to me is because all my toxic fellows who are still part of the toxic male society, they showed out. They came in and they rallied. They rallied, and the memes have been great. Kevin Samuels versus Derrick Jaxn with Steve Harvey hosting.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
That's good.
Internet never, ever, ever disappoints. I knew you guys were gonna come with the memes, and they've been glorious so far. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything I've seen out here. Fellas is out here really just they're really going at it. And I mean, I guess rightfully so. I mean, a lot of people feel like, look, because I mean, I don't think any male has a problem with some of the things he was saying. It was just the way he was saying it, as if like we're not doing it, only he's doing it. Like it was the sense of like superiority and demeaningness in the way he would talk. And I remember listening to him on the Brilliant Idiots podcast, and everything was about like his rhetoric was very much so like accountability. Accountability is great. I believe in accountability, but now you have to be accountable, right? Or you did it, right?
Yeah. What are you saying? Accountability for what?
Isn't he?
Well, like men have to be accountable. He was very much so.
Right.
I think. Well, I mean, there's a sect or group of individuals who feel like men are not the men of old. These current day men are not the men of old, and it's time for men to step up.
So what are the men of old? Because I know men back in the day that was like getting it.
Their family be down the street, like their other families like down a couple houses down.
Just getting it. Oh, is that Miss Parker?
Some of our greatest heroes. Now outside kids.
Man.
So but you know, the rustic men old, we pick up things and we build things, kind of like what Chris does with his on the weekends. Every other time we talk to him on Saturday, he's coming back from the cabin after he done built the engine. Yes, the men of old, like like responsibility. And there's a sect of men who are who are really preaching us going back to those values. So he's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like a hybrid of that, and it's kind of like men need to step up. So it's very like this, like no nonsense, like holding men accountable. So he's talking about accountability. He's talking about accountability for men's actions. And look, accountability for men's actions is beautiful. I wholeheartedly believe that we should have accountability for that. But when you're the soundboard for that, and you decided to go clap some cheeks, now we get to tease you. We get to tease you. And that's it. Right?
So I guess the follow-up question is, should he continue down this path of relationship guru?
So he has a link to the book in the comments of the video. It's going to keep doing it.
Well, it would be smarter is if he let his wife come out the book, and then all the women be like, girl, and then she should separate from him for a little bit, but then she's going to get right back and be like, healing, but she should come out with the book, and she should talk about how it was just turned her world upside down, and boom, there she goes. They still make money. It's going to the same place. Yeah. He just has to take a back seat for a second.
Yeah, see, the thing about that, Chris, if they were smart enough to do that, or if he was smart enough to do that, he probably wouldn't have her. This probably wouldn't have happened. I think that would be genius if she came out and it's like, healing, how I healed. And then later on do the Jesus, and through Jesus we heal. Like, you just...
Yeah, because everyone understands going back to a no good nigga. They all understand that shit.
Yeah.
They all understand it.
Chris, you were doing so good, Chris. You were doing so good. They all understand going back to a no good nigga.
Man, let me tell you, these hoes ain't going nowhere. they other people talk about nothing, and then
back to your schedule program.
I'm just saying, man, there are a lot of older women that aren't going nowhere. They just ain't. They're not. Where do you think they're going?
What does that mean? I don't understand what that statement means. Man,
there are a lot of older women that got a nigga that's no good. They know he's no good. They know it. But they say, I'll be damned for I'll be lonely.
That's and back to the old ways.
Yeah, they let that nigga run around.
It's hard out there.
He's going to the moon. He'll be back in a couple of days. What? He's going to the moon. Yeah, he does it all the time. Baby, I don't think he's going to the moon. Yeah, he is. He's going to the moon.
He's going to the moon.
You wouldn't lie to me.
He has a Tesla. That's it. It's real.
So a lot of these girls understand that, like it's part of the game for it. Like they're I just don't understand it sometimes. Like, everybody wants to be in everyone else's relationship and tell them a girl you should leave this person, or blah blah blah, but you ain't gonna do it. These young chicks now, they'll leave you. They don't want to be with you in the first place.
Hot girl summer. Oh, word.
Young chicks now.
It's coming up too. It's
you might do some wild shit like that. They're gonna be kid. They're gonna hurt your feelings. Like, oh, so you cheating? That's okay. That's all right.
Word.
Billy, come out the closet.
They hit you with a bet. Like, bet.
Billy, come out the closet. You don't gotta hide no more, baby, because he cheating. Come on out the closet. And you're like, and she's like, oh no, he has his friend. He's outside. Come on into
and you under the bed.
Oh, no. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing. I've seen. I'm not gonna speak to specifics, but I've seen some of my guys who thought they were running the game and found out that the game has already been ran on them, and there's always that awkward feeling of like, oh.
That's why I was getting away with all that.
Niggas are stupid too. You think your girl over here letting you run out all night, every night, and she ain't saying shit? Like, come on, man. You just got it made. Like, you just think you throwing dick around like that? No.
That's always the worst one, because it always hits the fella hard. Like, he could have messed with 1,000 chicks raw, have 3 kids out there, but he finds out his girl. And don't let it be like don't let it be like more than missionary sex. It's like, wait, what? No.
You suck his dick. You suck his dick.
No.
Is he bigger than me?
No.
He bigger than me.
I've seen
ask
that
some
little
silly ass
template.
questions too, and they
I've
ask
seen
answer
that
that shit for
little
real. You be like, no.
Oh man.
That's always like I feel listen, that's just I guess that's just is what it is. And you know, Mr. Jaxn, man, is he's a fallen soldier out here, man. Fallen soldier. I guess he's a secret member of a covert member of the Toxic Male Society. Maybe he was on this side of the spectrum, just getting some intelligence to bring back to the brothers, so we could be better at not we, so they could be better at the things that they do. I don't know, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to see this play out. It's interesting to see someone who had such a following, turn out to be fake goods, fugazi. But hey, it is what it is.
That was the other part of, I guess, what I was gonna say is like, if you're in finance, right? You're giving out financial advice. I've obviously had a lot of fucked up things to understand financial topics, right? Like I've had to go through some shit to figure this shit out. Same thing with relationships. If someone's coaching you on this shit, I don't mean he's perfect. He's just telling you a thought that should be the right thing. I mean, you should, stand by a lot of your words, but like, I think that's why we can't have like leaders in certain situations, because it's like, if you're not 100% everything that you say that you're talking about, then we cannot follow you. And it's like,
that's bullshit, because he's human. Everybody's human.
He's human.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Fellas, listen, I get it. I get what you're saying, and that's 100% true. In fact, if we were to put these impossible standards on individuals, Malcolm Little wouldn't have turned into Malcolm X, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things are you're right, we have to do that. But there's a certain point when a nigga's just wild. That nigga was wild. It just is what it is.
But again, we don't really know that whole situation. It could have been, like Tim said, a situation there that we don't understand. And we are just jumping in someone's business because we see the surface of some shit. Like, you don't know.
That's
but at the same time, he didn't understand the situations of the other men that he decided to speak against or talk about, or so on and so forth. Like, because you don't understand.
What was he saying?
But because
you have to
he said that his explain, because once again, allegations came out. The fella said some things. He responded, and he said his response was bullshit. So not only are you saying what you're saying, you're also chastising others for their mistakes. You're not offering understanding. You're not offering advice. You're just calling people. You're making these inferences of people not being real men or boys or whatever the case may be. You're saying that. You're holding people accountable, which is awesome. So now we get to hold you accountable. Awesome, right? That's what we should do, right?
Yeah,
it's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Like, if I call you stupid for spending your money a certain way, and then I go bankrupt, I get to be called stupid too, right?
Yeah. I would be the first one. If you call me stupid, be the first one. Like,
you want that's stupid. And
I'd probably
my
write you a
portfolio
check
goes both
stupid.
Side to stupid. With a nice like
yeah.
I'm just saying. That's true. Hey, I mean, I'm saying it just is what it is. Well, prayers, but I mean, they have Jesus, so hopefully Jesus will carry them through. And I love Jesus, but they have Jesus, so hopefully they'll carry them through.
I hope it does.